Yes, I would like us today to reflect on what always confuses people in the whole world, where arguments, matters of contention, that where do you find this in the Bible? You people, that one is not in the Bible. Now, to clear the cloud and to make our faith clean and strong, we must adhere to the last verse of the Gospel according to St. John. The last verse is chapter 21, verse 25. John states categorically that many things were done, or is said by our Lord Jesus Christ. And if everything was written down, even this earth would not have space to contain the books where they would have written everything. So you can, what is written is to make us believe, but there are so many things which are not written in the Bible. And that is what I want now us to share about the deaths of the apostles of Jesus. We should really know that most of the records are not there about the deaths of the apostles, but a few have been recorded, especially the most wicked one, the most horrible ones, the most devilish, which you know very well that even it made the name of a great saint called Judas Thaddeus to be in oblivion, is the death of Judas Iscariot. He hanged himself, and that land, even when you go to the Holy Land, the guide never took us. He only pointed at the place when we were in the bus. He said that is where Judas Iscariot hanged himself. So that is in Israel. But Jesus had given instructions when he was commissioning the apostles that go to the ends of the earth, preaching the gospel, healing the sick, driving out demons, baptizing. So they were not to die in Israel, since they all died martyrdom, except John, who died of old age. They died martyrdom on mission. That's why even in Uganda here, we have like Bishop Hannington was martyred in Ginger. So let's look at so we have already said Judas Iscariot committed suicide in that place there in Israel. Matthias was also an apostle. He died in Syria, Antioch, Cappadocia. Then he died in Jerusalem. He was stoned and beheaded. He was stoned and beheaded. But where he was evangelizing Syria, Antioch, Cappadocia. But he died in Jerusalem. Matthias, that's Matthias. Then the first pope, the head of the church, whom Jesus himself appointed, St. Peter, he died in Rome. We know that very well. That's why people are always asking, why is the headquarters of the Catholic Church not in Israel? No, it is in Rome where St. Peter met his death, martyrdom from the executioners. And his death, he told his executioners that do not crucify me facing up like my master. I don't qualify to die a death of my master. Crucify me with my head facing down. Then we go to another apostle, Andrew. Andrew met his martyrdom in Greece. So we are not going to get such records in the Bible. Then James made his martyrdom in Jerusalem and Spain. You see now, he was also beheaded. So when you visit those places, like when you are in Spain, there's a place called Santiago Compostela. Santiago Compostela, very big church. We visited it when I was on pilgrimage. So it is in honor of James, St. James the Apostle. Then John met his John, who died a natural death. It was in Turkey. And he's the one who wrote that not everything can be found in the Bible. The earth wouldn't be having space enough. Now you can see even his death was not recorded there in the Bible, that he died in Turkey. So that is John, St. John. Then Bartholomew, he died in Armenia, Turkey, and he was skinned alive. Real martyrdom. It is only John, the youngest apostle, the beloved, who died the natural death. However, they wanted to also make him face martyrdom by putting him in a drum of boiling oil. But with God, nothing is impossible. He came out of that boiling oil unscathed, not even a scar, not even a boil on his skin. Then Matthew, the records tell us he died in Ethiopia in Africa here, by axe. Brutal. This had been already prophesied by Jesus himself, that they will take you to the courts of law, they will persecute you, they will even kill you. But do not fear, I'm with you at the end of age. So they never feared the death, but you can see all their death was brutal because of Jesus. Then Thomas, some people commonly they call him doubting Thomas. He met his death, his martyrdom in India. The records tell us by spearing. They speared him to death. So that's how he met his martyrdom. Then James the Less, he met his death in Egypt, and he was beaten to death. That's where James the Less, there's James the Great, we have already mentioned that one, but this is James the Less in Egypt. Thaddeus Jude, St. Jude, he met his martyrdom in Armenia. He was crucified. Simon the Zealot also met his death in Armenia. He was crucified. Then Philip, he met his martyrdom in Greece. And he was also crucified.
Jesus is God.
So, listener, viewer, let us not make matters of our faith to be contentious. Where somebody has died, it is not so significant. It is not like, you remember even during the COVID scourge, people were being buried where they died to avoid the contamination or transmission of the virus. So that is what I had for you to know, where the apostles died, and we continue in asking for their intercession. Thank you very much.